Hello, Dr. Nick. Hello, everyone. My name is Tang Wenmin, and this is my journal article critique. My personate divided into 5 steps. The first step is introduction. The article I choose name is The Need for Not More But More Socially Relevant Audience Participation in Public Service Media, which is published in the journal called Media, Culture, and Society. This article talks about the relationship between publications, mass media, and the public, such as citizens. And the article aims at studying people's participation in the mass media and people's view on the mass media participation. Now we should realize 3 definitions. One is PSM. PSM is public service media. The second is BE110, one of the flagship projects of Radio 1, the news and current affairs radio channel of VRT. The VRT is Western radio in television, in rural, in progress.net. It's the public broadcaster of Flanders. It's in the north part of Fleming. Before taking an in-depth look at the case of BE110, the article provides an overview of the main challenges PSM is dealing with in relation to audience participation. Then it describes the method used during the research, which consists of 24 in-depth interviews with participants of BE110 and 10 focus group with non-participation listeners and 4 expert interviews with the producers and project leaders of BE110. And this article also gives some conclusion about discussing how audience participation is especially valued by the media users when it contributes to society objectives, such as being culture of the status quo. Through what I said, we can see the part of the article is very clearly, and it make readers and researchers to realize very easily. And then the third part is critical evaluation. After the overview of the full text, I think this article has both advantages and disadvantages. On the one hand, the article used a method of in-depth interview and focus group as one of qualitative research method. It is very excellent, and the researchers have recorded the interview feedback in the paper. I think it's a very nice method to show the participation and the non-participation people's idea. What's more, the program the research select is a very well-known local radio and TV program. It is very typical and general. However, on the other hand, there are also some shortcomings. First, the sample size was small. The researchers only conduct 24 in-depth interviews with participations in the BE110 project, and 10 focus group with non-mod mode. The study was conducted in Boston listeners. This number is not enough from the perspective of the large population of citizens and listeners. So I think this is one of the disadvantages in this article. The sample is not enough for study and research. And second, the hierarchy of subject is limited. As the paper mentioned, most of the research objects are a higher educated and more engaged group of media users. That means it allows some people who maybe not have enough education or some years of ages. I think it would be interesting to complete these findings with further research on a public service radio channel with a more diverse and younger pool of listeners. That may be better. And the fourth step is the conclusion. After the overview of the full text, I think this paper has some advantages to need myself to study. For example, the method of in-depth and focus group, or the feedback of participations. So, in my opinion, it's also an excellent paper, and I should study the advantages of this and make me have a good further study. And maybe I will change my mind to I will change my mind of communication and media, and to have some interviews about this research. And in conclusion, this article focuses on an important topic within communication and media, because politicians in Europe need to reduce the gap with citizens through public service media. So the author gives opinions of public and media workers, which could be referred by politicians and communication workers. And I think it's also an important topic for us to study some placing and communication method in this paper. Maybe we can realize the European applications and communication studies through this paper. And finally, there are my reference. I choose 2 articles to help me to realize this paper more clearly. And this is my report about journal article critique. So thank you for listening. Thank you very much. Goodbye.